Welcome back to the Macro Gamer channel. My name is Mark Cassingham. Today we're going into our sword portfolio for week number 2. So we just started this portfolio. This is my high risk growth portfolio, which of course means it comes with high risk opportunities to grow wealth as well as loses. So it's very volatile. The sword portfolio is my ancillary portfolio. The shield portfolio is my primary portfolio. So this is going to go into our weekly numbers for week 2. So we have our portfolio net worth. We're at $109.52 with current gain of $9.52 and a return of positive 10.95%. So it's really in that first week. It was just a really good week to open up a portfolio because it popped up. This is our portfolio weekly data for week number 2. Here's our weekly chart as of July 18th till today. You see some choppiness happening. We have no net cash flow. We have a market gain of 27 cents, no dividend. So we have a total gain of 27 cents. And we have a market weighted return of positive 0.25%. And then since we only have our second week, we just have the weekly data and the all-time data. So all-time data is just basically 2 weeks of data. So we have this is since July 11th, 2005. This one was when the portfolio was opened. We have the initial deposit, the net cash flow of $100 when we opened our account. Over that time, we have a market gain of $9.52. So we have no dividends. We have a total gain of $9.52. We have a money weighted return of positive 10.95%. And then we have our weekly percentages. So we have 1 ETF and 10 stocks. So on the right, we have our target weightings for each of these. So the ARK ETF at the top will be at 20%. So I see the 20. And all stocks will be target weight of 8%. So we have our energy sector stock at 8%, which is SMR. We have our aerospace stock at 8%, which is Rocket Lab, RKLB, and SMR's New Scale. We have our healthcare stock at 8%, which is CRISPR Therapeutics, ticker symbol CRSP. We have our automotive sector stock, Rivian Automotive, at our RIVN at 8%. We have our data analytics stock at 8%, which is Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. We have our agricultural stock at 8%, with the stock Village Farms International, ticker symbol VFF. We have the defense stock or sector at 8% with our stock AeroVironment, ticker symbol AVAV. We have the finance sector at 8% with our stock Coinbase Global, ticker symbol COIN. We have our water sector stock at 8% with our company Consolidated Water, ticker symbol CWCO. And we have our manufacturing sector stock at 8%, which is Stratasys, ticker symbol SSYS. So this is all of our portfolio for the sword portfolio. So for the week, the ARK ETF is down 1.07% for a market loss of 23 cents. Our energy sector SMR stock is up 2.84% for a market gain of 30 cents. Our aerospace stock Rocket Lab is down 7.63% for a market loss of 80 cents. Our healthcare sector stock is down 0.53% for a market gain of 5 cents. That's CRISPR. We have our automotive sector stock Rivian up 2.32% for a market gain of 20 cents. We have our data analytics sector stock Palantir up 3.41%, market gain of 29 cents. We have our agricultural sector stock Village Farms up 14.34% for market gain of $1.09. We have our defense sector stock AeroVironment down 0.46% for market loss of 4 cents. We have our financial sector stock Coinbase down 6.68% for market loss of 57 cents. We have our water sector stock Consolidated Water up 0.77% for market gain of 6 cents. And we have our manufacturing stock Stratasys up 0.26% for market gain of 2 cents. So those are our weekly percentages for week 2. And then we have our all-time. So again, this is distorted because that first week we just opened up during a good week as well. We had a big pump in the market. So all-time performance of 2 weeks, ARK is up 6.77% for market gain of $1.18. New Scale is up 42.11% for market gain of $2.88. Rocket Lab is up 24.34% for market gain of $1.68. CRISPR is up 19.22% for market gain of $1.33. Rivian up 11.65% for market gain of 81 cents. Palantir is up 11.36% for market gain of 79 cents. Village Farms up 9.92% for market gain of 69 cents. AeroVironment up 8.62% for market gain of 60 cents. Coinbase down 0.57% for market loss of 4 cents. Consolidated Water down 2.71% for market loss of 19 cents. And Stratus is down 2.99% for market loss of 21 cents. Pardon me. No, that's our all-time percentages. That's it. We're only on week 2, right? We're only on week number 2. So now we look at our performance. So this is a 1-year chart. You see we kind of peaked here since last week. We're still on this upswing since April. And then we're just going sideways on our ARK ETF. Our New Scale ETF, same thing, around April was this bottom, and then it came up. So we're still up relative on our SMR stock. Consolidated Water also came up in May after this bottom, and then kind of came down, pulled back a little bit. So now we're just pulling back. Village Farms had this big spike candle right here. This is from Friday. There's just a big one. Down here in April, it popped up from the bottom, and then it's been coming up. Keep in mind on a 5-year, Village Farms just come down, 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 down. Right, so the vertical farm stock hype died off back then. That was during that time period. Coinbase also at this bottom in April, then came up. Now it's pulled back just a little bit. Stratus is kind of going sideways, right? Look at a 5-year chart, same thing. The peak of the 3D printer days were in 2021. You have your 2 peaks, and it came down. So it's just kind of been going sideways. Rivian also been kind of going sideways. If you look at from inception, the battery, the electric vehicle stocks have been coming down since 2021. We had that big stimulus package back in the day. Palantir is still doing great. Up and to the right, just up and to the right. Had this initial pop when it first came out in 2021. Didn't do as much as you think. Came down and then just shot up. Just up and to the right. Palantir doing great. CRISPR Therapeutics also having this bottom in April, then popping up to where we're at right now. Having just a slight pullback. AeroVironment also just bottoming in April, coming up. And then there's a peak in June, then a pullback, and it's come back up again. So now it's kind of maintaining this high level right here. And Rocket Lab, this April low. There's a lot of low happening in April, and then it came up. This was post, tariff 90-day pause, most likely. Yeah, April 9th, just about. And then it's peaked, and now it's up. So these are kind of look at our charts, and we could look at We could look at what's going on with some of these stocks. So we'll just get a short bullet point list on ARK ETF news in the past 7 days. Just want to see if anything happened since week 1, last week. So we have price movement. That's not that important. Technical analysis. Post-ARK may be losing momentum, struggling 8 to 8 minutes. Not as important. Portfolios concentration. Yeah. ARK's top 8 holdings, including Tesla, Coinbase, and Roku, account for over 50% of the portfolio, highlighting its high conviction strategy. So they're all in on Tesla, Coinbase, and Roku. That Coinbase one means my 8% in this portfolio is a little higher than 8% because ARK also holds 8%, but that's fine because I like Coinbase. I use it. Tesla investment. ARK purchased 143,190 Tesla shares, or 45 million, across its ETFs, with ARK, ARKK, holding Tesla at its top position at 9.85%. So they're really bullish on Tesla. Market sentiment. Ex-post reflect mixed sentiment. They'll be viewing ARK's 37% year-to-date gain. Blah, blah, blah. New ETF proposals. Kathy Wood's ARK filed for 4 new ETFs on July 7th to hedge losses in the ARK found, focusing on risk mitigation. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Risk mitigation. Okay, interesting. So that's ARK. Now let's look at our stocks. SMR. Stock news in the past 7 days. Let's see. Stock performance, blah, blah, blah. We already saw the charts. ETF inclusion. Options trading now available for SMR and trader ETFs. CWVX, SMU, ASTX, GUVX, CEGX, announced July 24, 2025. So this, okay, so now we're going to get fund flows from other ETFs. So people who aren't even buying SMR directly may be buying these ETFs, and since SMR is a part of it, SMR is going to get some fund flows from that. So that's a positive for SMR. That's interesting. Analyst rating, mixed ratings with 6 analysts recommending buy, blah, 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 doesn't matter. Market sentiment, post X on bullish sentiment, noting a strong move of support, blah, blah, blah. Technical analysis, X post highlights a bullish trend and key support, 42, blah, blah, blah. Not interesting. Industry context, nuclear energy stocks, including SMR, surge due to increased AI data center demand, energy demands, and supportive executive orders. This is kind of what I've been looking at as new proposals from government come in. So that's good. So that's SMR. Look at CWCO. Consolidated water. Couldn't find specific. Blah, blah, blah. Dividend information. An EX dividend date for CWCO is approaching on July 1st, 2025 with a quarterly dividend of 14 cents per share. Okay. I wonder if I got in on time for that. No, actually, I opened up after July 1st, so I probably don't get it. I definitely don't get it because that's the EX dividend date, so I missed that. Oh well. Stock performance as of June 26, 2025, CWCO closed at $30.14, 2%, blah, 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 blah. Technical outlook. The stock is a strong rising trend with a projected 26.59 increase last 2 months, but no explicit news in that time frame. Okay. So I pick a very short time frame because the time frame from last week to this week's very short. I don't want to know what happened to it 2 years ago. I want to know what's happened in the last 7 days. And if nothing happened, that means nothing happened. It's okay if nothing happens. July 25th, 25, VFF stock rose 5.62% after the noted post on X, blah, blah, blah. Closing price. So nothing on Village Farms. After Village Farms coin. You know, some of these just aren't going to have any news, and that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Price movement. Coinbase Global Coin stock fell 6.71% over the past week. Blah, blah, blah. 5-day slide. Coin experienced a 5-day decline, aligning with a broader crypto market downturn due to falling cryptocurrency prices. That is true. PNC partnership. PNC Bank partnered with Coinbase to offer crypto trading and digital asset solutions to its wealthy clients, boosting institutional adoption sentiment. Okay, that's good. Genius Act impact. Coin stock rose 3.8% after the U.S. House passed the Genius Act, supporting a regulatory framework for stablecoin and enhancing crypto market optimism. That's good. Analyst upgrade. Piper Sandler raises coin price target. No one fucking cares. S&P 500 inclusion. Social sentiment on X turned bullish following coin's inclusion in the S&P 500, though competition from Robinhood was noted. So that's good. So anyone buying the S&P 500, like an ETF or anything like that, Coinbase is going to get fund flows from that. Same thing with the SMR when we saw that the one about the ETF inclusion. So people just buying the ETF are technically going to be buying Coinbase. So good for my stock, right? And the people are going to be buying it. Technical analysis, X post highlighted a bullish breakout, price targets, blah, blah, blah. None of that shit matters. Okay. What's after coin? SSYS. Stratasys. Let's gotta find it. There we go. July 3rd, 2025. Stratasys announced the release of GrabCAD Print Pro 2025, an updated print preparation software to reduce time, complexity, and cost in additive manufacturing operations. So new software. July 21st, 2025. PlusNX reported high trading volumes of Stratasys through these referred a different ticker. Though these refer to a different ticker. Oh, that's weird. This is Israel. What the fuck? Yeah. Stock performance as of July 26, 2025. SSYS closed at this price. Don't care. Earnings outlook. Stratasys set to release Q2 25 financial results on August 27th with an investor conference call scheduled. This was 2014. Yeah. Okay. After Stratasys, RIVN. Rivian. Stock performance. Rivian Automotive stock rose 1.3% single day. Blah blah blah. Analyst ratings. Bank of America Securities. JP Morgan. Sell ratings. Blah blah blah. Production and deliveries. Rivian reported Q2 2025 production of 5,979 vehicles and deliveries of 10,661, a year-over-year decline. Declining. That's not good. Deliveries declining. Georgia factory plans. Rivian plans to resume preparation work on its Georgia factory in August, boosting stock sentiment. Layoffs. Rivian laid off 140 employees, 1% of workforce, to prepare for the 2026 R2 SUV launch. Interesting. I mean, 1% is really small for sure, but interesting. Google partnership. Rivian partnered with Google for a new navigation system, contributing to a 1% stock rise. We talked about that last week. I remember that. Market sentiment. Post on mix. Bullish. Blah, blah, blah. Sentiment. Rivian. Palantir. PLTR. Let's see what we got. PLTR. Stock price movement. Palantir Technologies Inc. Stock grows this much. Blah, blah, blah. Analyst upgrade. Piper Sandler again. Don't give a fuck about you. Market position. Palantir entered the top 20 most valuable U.S. companies, with their stocks more than doubling in 2025. Top 20 most valuable companies. Interesting. Institutional retail interest, strong institutional buying, e.g. Ohio PERS added 170k shares and retail inflows of 170 million in H1 2025, despite a high PE ratio of over 200. Well, clearly they don't care about valuations because 200 is super high. Government contracts, new deals with the Pentagon, USAF, Fannie Mae, and UK MOD, reinforcing Palantir's government-heavy revenue stream. Nice. Technical analysis, bullish sentiment, a strong buy, blah, blah, blah. Strategic partnerships. Partnership with Velocity Clinical Research announced on July 17th, enhancing AI-driven solutions in healthcare. All right. Some good stuff there. CRISPR. Let's get crispy. CRSP. Yep. CRISPR Therapeutics. Director's stock purchase. I think I saw this last week. Yeah. Simeon George, a director, bought 189,812 shares for $51.5 million at $52.03 each, increasing his stake to 1.73 million shares, signaling strong confidence in CRISPR Therapeutics pipeline. Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's a big insider buying. I guess that does matter. Stock price surge. Stock rose over 16% July 18th, hitting a 52-week high of 62.32, driven by the insider buy. So that's because of that. And its update, Bank of America lowered its price target, blah, blah, blah. Short interest activity, approximately 675K shares borrowed on July 23rd. Blah, blah, blah. Earnings anticipation. Q2 earnings results are scheduled for the week of August 2025. Oh, for the first week of August 2025. Okay, so I should get some info then. Market sentiment. Highlight FDA approved excess sale 1.6 billion cash reserve and 260 million annual cash burn, emphasizing a strong financial position and pipeline potential. Okay, AVAV, AVAV. Let's see what we get. Stock price movement. AeroVironment stock surged 11.8% over the week, trading approximately this much. Blah blah blah. Analyst rating maintaining strong buy rating from 10 analysts. Average 12-month price. Blah blah blah. Pentagon drone policy. Shares rose after Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ordered increased drone production and deployment, boosting demand for AVAV's drone systems. Yeah, that's why I'm buying them. Technical analysis. Posts on X indicate AVAV is an aggressive uptrend. Blah, blah, blah. Market sentiment. Described as a liquid leader in the defense sector with strong momentum, supported by a 40% year-over-year sales increase and a backlog nearly doubled to 726 million. A liquid leader. That's an interesting term. Financial flexibility. Recent refinancing provides 600 million in cash with a 650 million convertible note, aligning with legislative funding for unmanned systems. Nice. And then the last but certainly not least, Rocket Lab. Can't wait for that motherfucking neutron rocket. Get to the big fucking ones. Stock performance. Rocket Lab stocks went up, blah, blah, blah. Analyst upgrade. City raises price target, blah, blah, blah. Market sentiment. Post and X indicate strong bullish sentiment, blah, blah, blah. Key developments. Rocket Lab CEO met with a senator and a general visited the company, signaling growing interest in its operations. Okay, it doesn't say which senator or which general, but okay. So they met with a senator and a general. Interesting. Neutron rocket progress. Here we go. The company is pushing to deliver neutron rocket hardware to its launch pad with regulatory requests to transport oversized structures. That's what I'm fucking wanting. Upcoming events. Earnings report scheduled for August 7th, 2025 with a shareholder meeting and a Golden Dome announcement expected within 60 days. What does that mean? Golden Dome announcement expected within the next 60 days. Well, I'm going to have to look out for that. The Golden Dome. I don't know what that means. Kathy Wood's move. Kathy Wood's ARK Invest reduced its Rocket Lab stake as reported on July 23rd, 2025. I'm going to focus on biotech and AI stocks. That's fine. It's okay, Kathy. I forgive you. There you go. So it's a little weekly rundown for our stocks. I think I'm going to stick with this format week after week because since I'm still technically investing in the sectors, I am now in individual stocks with this specific portfolio. So just like a quick little recap. Is anything important happening in the past week? And then the next week, I look back 7 days. The next week, look back 7 days. Just to kind of keep up just with what's going on. So using Grok is like super simple with that. But anyway, that is our weekly update for the sword portfolio, the ancillary portfolio, our shield portfolio, the primary portfolio. Our video's already done and out, so this should be following up soon. So as always, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or criticisms, let me know. Have a good day.